Does Colorado continue to improve this year under Deion in the post-Hunter Shedeur era?
Okay, so I feel like no, that they're not going to be better.
Okay.
And
you got to remember, 4-8, 9-3. Significant jumps those first 2 years. In
that's true.
4-8 a year after it was what, 1-11. So significant jumps every year. Recruiting has been good.
That's true. So okay, so I'll say this: it depends a lot on Juju Lewis coming in. Very similar
starter.
Very similar situation to Bryce Underwood at Michigan. Can he provide similar output that Shedeur Sanders did? And the fact that you don't have a Heisman Trophy winner on your team anymore is going to be tough, especially considered when you look at how bad the offensive line was last year, and Shedeur did what he could. I mean, people want to hate on Shedeur a lot, and we've said our things about him, but he's a good quarterback.
Oh, he's a great quarterback.
And he made that offense work.
You can't underestimate the work that he did when you consider that they were the worst rushing team in the country. Like, for Colorado to be successful this next year, they have to find a running game. That's all there is to it. If you're playing Juju Lewis, freshman quarterback, doesn't matter how good they are. You saw it with Raiola last year at Nebraska. Freshman quarterback are going to make mistakes. True freshman quarterbacks. They just are. They haven't had enough experience. They're going to make mistakes. And so what helps a freshman quarterback more than anything? A good running game to take the pressure off, to make those 2nd and 8s, 2nd and 6s. Man, that helps your quarterback. So I really think the key for Colorado this year is to find a running game.
It is. And for, all we talked about, Deion says that this year's team is his best overall team that he's had, especially in the trenches. And I don't think that's BS. I don't think he's just like saying that just to put it out there as coach speak. No.
I mean, he tore a roster down. He tore it down from nothing and rebuilt the roster.
He's typically pretty honest with the media.
Yeah. Or at least he thinks he's honest, right?
He believes what he's saying.
Yeah. So one thing you do need to factor in is Deion's had some health issues. I don't know if you've heard about this summer. He's missed some time. So you never want to say, oh, that's going to factor in. But if he continues to have health issues, that might be also a factor, because he is this program, right? He is the center of this program, and he does kind of operate it as a CEO, kind of let his coaches do their thing. But if he does miss time into the season, that could absolutely impact the psyche of the team. So it's just something to keep an eye on. But but as we mentioned before, the Big 12 is going to be better. You had a couple of really good teams last year. BYU had one of their best years in school history last year. They're probably going to be improved. This is their 3rd year in the Big 12. While these other schools, it's the big, it's their 2nd year. Arizona, who was supposed to be really good last year, they're probably going to be pretty good. They've got some pieces in place, and then you got Arizona State. So,
and you got to think Utah is going to bounce back.
Yeah, they're not going to have the insane amount of injuries, that, and they're not going to have the season they had last year. That's for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I think even without Travis Hunter and Shedeur Sanders, Colorado's they're going to be competitive. They'll probably have a very similar season that they had last year.
They could actually have a worse record than they had last year, but actually be a better team.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, just because the Big 12 is going to be tougher.
Yeah, and I think we'll find out a little bit. So week 1, they've got an interesting out-of-conference matchup. They play Georgia Tech week 1. And if we know anything about Tech over the last few years, they play hard.
Yeah.
Incredibly hard. That's what they are. They are tough. They may not be the most talented team, but they are going to play you tough. Yep. So if you come into that game unprepared, Tech is going to push you around. And I think we'll know real quick about Colorado if they've really made those improvements on the line.
Yeah, Brent Key's got those boys playing.
That's for sure.